Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Mortyr 2093 to 1944, made in 1999 by Polish Mirage Interactive. As you can see, it's a World War II first-person shooter and it resembles Wolfenstein 3D by a bit. And if we look at the skill selection, you can already see that. Even the advertising was like, it's the successor to Wolfenstein 3D. So I'm not gonna waste much time with starting, so let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. So I said Wolfenstein 3D, and basically the game is just like Wolfenstein 3D. You have a couple mazes, collecting keys, killing some bosses, and yeah, but in 3D. And we're gonna do a skip right here. If we just skip through the ceiling. Yeah, we skip through the ceiling. It's just usual things in Mortyr. I'm gonna explain it on the second level, which is already coming up, like right now. So on the second level we have a bigger skip with crouching. Basically what happened there is that when you crouch in this game, your hitbox gets switched so much that you can clip through ceilings and stuff like that, basically. And we are gonna do that to skip a key requirement, because at the end of that corridor that I just was in, there's a golden key requirement, and this guy throws a golden key. If I can step him. Yes, thank you. And we're gonna pick up the medkit from this table, and we're gonna push the table into the corner. And after that, if we jump up here and inch ourselves outside, oh, it was too much. But if we do it correctly, just a bit, yes, okay. So now if we do a strafe jump like this, we skip the key requirement. So now we have an extra key that we are not supposed to have, and we are gonna use that to skip a level later on. So until that, basically I'm gonna keep this key, and what's important about that is that we are gonna have a couple of key doors that require golden keys, but basically the game is designed in a way that you have the golden key doors, you have the key doors before the keys itself. So we can just use up the key that we saved up from the second level, and then go for the key that was intended on that said level. And we're gonna do that for a couple levels, like 4 or 5 levels for now. Basically, we don't use up the key at the first possible occasion, because it wouldn't save much time. I think the first one would save like 20 seconds or so. That was a silver key, that's not a golden key. So it's gonna be on the next level. I think it's like 15 seconds. We're gonna grab an MP40 from this guy. In the game, we don't really kill enemies, because if you see in the next room, we just press through them. You don't really need to kill them. So here's the golden. That was the golden key door, and now we don't have a golden key. But if we go for the key again, the guy is like right here, and I can also show you that it's a weird looking key actually. And so we still have the golden key, and we are just gonna move on with that. Basically, this game was known back in its days for being really dark, and I mean, due to like this being ran on a modern system right now, it actually is a bit different with DG Voodoo. But yeah, the game can be just really dark and also unforgiving, because the game has backspawns. Sometimes to a degree that is just like unfair. And next level, that was the golden key again, used up. But the key is so close yet again, so that I just go for it again. Like right here. And we're just gonna drop down. And this is the level that we're gonna skip, the next one. It takes around 3.5 minutes to beat. But like this, we just go in for the door, use up the golden key, and that's it. Just 6 seconds. Or 7, if you're a bit slower. On this level, we are gonna skip a bit of a section with a lantern jump. We pick up a quantum receptor piece right here that I'm gonna explain a bit later. because it's important with the story. But basically there's a golden key up here with our favorite character of the game, Günther, who throws grenades at you. Oh. Okay. And he throws nades at you and they can damage you a lot. Actually, that wasn't a good idea to stand that, but it's fine. We can pick up some health in here. So basically, most of the game levels are built vertically, and you will see in a moment. Oh, there's a bit of a weird texture right there. It's actually a staircase that is out of bounds for us right now. It's weird. We're gonna hear Mortyr speaking actually right now.
That's a big statue.
That's a big statue indeed, Mortyr. Basically, yeah, we are playing as Mortyr, actually Sebastian Mortyr. I'm gonna explain the lore a bit later because we are gonna meet some certain German person, Austrian person actually, who is giving some sort of speech. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Trust me, I played the game and I don't know why he's here. But basically you can't kill him. He's just gonna stand up and continue. So we're just moving on. We can't do anything about it. So one aspect I haven't talked about Mortyr is that this game likes to crash. Actually, quite a lot. During this section, we are coming up to one possible crash. Oh, okay. That enemy is really tough because he has the same gun that I'm holding in my hand right now, but he has infinite ammo. He's just shooting out 7.62mm rounds like crazy. If he sees you once, he just doesn't stop. Oh. Alright, so we are picking up a receptor piece right now, and what this receptor piece is about is that we are building a time machine that the Germans intentionally pulled apart so that they can't really use it up before their mission on winning World War II. And by the name of the game, 2093, you can imagine that they actually succeeded, and that's why we are here in 1944, that we are trying to stop them from doing that. Basically, the story is that in 2093, Armageddon is approaching, and Professor Jürgen Mortyr figures that it's because of the Germans winning World War II. And so yeah, we get sent back. Basically, we are playing as Sebastian Mortyr, Jürgen Mortyr's son. And yeah, that's about it for the story. Okay. We could have had 2 more crashes, but fortunately we didn't have any, actually. And by the way, the game has like 29 levels, or close to that, 29 or 30. And as you can see, most of them are really short, like below a minute. Oh, I'm gonna save because another crash is coming up. Okay, it was fine. So basically 29 levels, but you see that most of them are really short, and I have no idea if this was like an advertising campaign, you know, like they advertise that you have 29 levels to play through, but most of them can be completed under a minute. Or it was just the engine, because this game runs on Calaris C1, an in-house made engine made by Mirage. And yeah, we are picking up a Panzerfaust right here that we normally would use up later in a run, but you'll see later. So this is a train station level, and not a lot of things are happening right now. So if you have a couple of messages, we could have that right now.
Miklosh_Akosh donated $75. I hope everyone had a nice day so far and the weather isn't too hot.
No.
Smiley face.
The weather is really nice outside. Thank you for donating, Akosh, for the $75. Have a clap, everyone. Thank you for donating.
Anonymous
for the
donated $5.
Thank you for the donation. Especially Akos. So yeah, we're collecting up another receptor piece at the end of this level. That is just yeah. So at this point, they maybe became lazy because the receptor piece is just right at the end of the level. You don't even need to search for it. Like on some levels, you actually need to search for it, but on this level, you just go to the exit, and that's the receptor piece. I'm gonna save again because okay, that was another crash possible. Evaded. We don't have a couple of. We only have a couple of crashes remaining from the game, I think. I'm gonna show something off here. It's a bit stupid because it's really tough. But basically you can skip the... Oh, let's see. Oh, I did it. Okay. So basically I skipped through the entire staircase by just jumping on the lamps. I don't know why they have collision, but I know another game which died, quote unquote, because of this. Like yeah, on this level we can see that when you're on water and on top of it, you are actually going faster for some reason. And I'm jumping up on this sub so that I don't need to take the stairs. But basically, Mortyr is your typical World War II shooter, except like we are in a V2 factory right now, but we don't need to do anything. Like we don't have objectives like, you know, destroying the rockets or anything. So it's weird. It's a bit weird. Yeah, that's the rockets right there, just chilling there. So the game doesn't really explain when you stop the Germans from actually succeeding in winning World War II. I don't know. It might just be that you use up their time machine, because they probably use their time machine to go into the future and then win the war somehow like that. All right, coming up to another crash. Unsurprisingly, let's see. Okay, we didn't. So that was a letter right there that I skipped, and the game is telling some part of the story during those letters, or through those letters, rather. But it doesn't really explain the whole thing, and you're just left with with just confusion, really. So we are coming up to a really epic tank battle that I'm gonna do a different way, just because why not? Alright. So instead of using my Panzerfaust, I'm gonna... Wait, another crash? Okay, didn't. Nice. I don't know how the game is keeping up this much. Okay, so instead of using the Panzerfaust, we are gonna use the knife to kill the tank. Just your usual Mortyr things. Just gonna knife the tank. So basically the tank rolls into its position. Basically when you are doing it normally, like killing it with the Panzerfaust, you kill it before it can roll into its position. But the game is programmed in a way so that it needs to roll into that position, and then it will register the damages. So you can actually kill the tank before it can do anything, and you need to just wait for the tank to roll into its position normally. Oh, I can actually kick, but I don't think that does much. Basically I'm just spinning around so that it can shoot me. We will see when it gets destroyed, because... Oh yeah, we have this set shaft now. Okay, just gonna pick up some parts. Okay, so this is the last level before time traveling. So basically the game just removes every single item from your inventory when you time travel. So we don't really like stockpiling up stuff is just unnecessary because it will get taken away. Even keys, like I had ideas of keeping keys throughout the time traveling section, but it just wouldn't work because it takes every single thing away from you. Like you need to stock up to max health, and that's the best you can do. Then I have another Günther right here. That's a bit tough. Also, I'm using strafe running throughout the whole game. It's not like Shadow Warrior, like strafe run SR50. It doesn't have stuff like that. You just strafe run and that's it. Also, you can destroy these. I didn't. Anyways, don't blink, guys, because time traveling is gonna happen soon. I don't fall off. And that was it. That was time traveling. So now we are in the future, and you see that I have no weapons with me. But we don't actually need weapons for the future, like for the better part. Basically, I'm only gonna kill 2 enemies in the entire future section. So basically, the story goes that we come back, you know, back to our original lives, but they know of what we did back in the past. So they just attack us, and yeah, that's it. That's about it. Picked up a key again. Weirdly enough, the keys in the future still look like in 1944. Okay, skipped another crash. It's weird how it's keeping up. Okay, so this level is a bit weird because we just picked up a hazmat suit and we need to only get this key. But if you try to do it casually, just try imagining completing this level casually. I had 15 seconds remaining of that hazmat suit, and you would need to complete it under that time in order to not get damaged by that radioactive water. I don't know what there is in that pool exactly. We have Mortyr speaking again. He has a couple of interesting voice lines. Actually, there is one that is kept unused for some reason. That is really interesting. It's a Duke Nukem quote, basically ripped off for some reason. Oh, yeah, this jump can be a bit tough. Okay. So, a bit interesting part about this game is that sometimes weapons are in secret places. Basically, if you go right down here and not to the left, you get a weapon which is really useful because the game doesn't really give you enough ammo throughout the whole game. And if you just skip that weapon accidentally, you will just not have a weapon that you have like a full magazine of already. And it's tough because the only time the game gives you that weapon is like right before the end. So if you miss it, it's tough luck. So the next level is actually a maze level, and I found this skip that you could just jump through the window like a month ago. It saves a bit of time because you don't need to take an extra elevator. But basically, we're just gonna come in, pick up this key, go back, and go to another direction to pick up another key. And we're gonna see something interesting there. So basically, you can see the levels are like they have a lot of neon lights actually. We will not see that pretty much throughout the whole game, but yeah, these future levels are really colorful. So if you run into a door like this, you can clip outside or like clip out of bounds for some reason, because if you hug a door that's going downwards, you get pushed down. But it works even upwards, but you just can't fly with it because it just works up until a certain point. So we're gonna come here a third time actually and just go back. Now we have everything we need. Basically, it's just this silver key. Also, we have these big robots that look like from RoboCop, and I don't know. I have no comments about that. You can decide if it's stealing or not. So there are actually quite a few weapons in the future, like unique weapons that we're not gonna use. But first, let's have an elevator ride. And yeah, if you just stand below an elevator platform when it comes down, it's not gonna squish you or crush you or anything. Oh yeah, so the game being dark, like I don't really see anything right now. Right. I guess if we have some messages right now, we could have those.
GT donated $5. Yo DVark, you got this.
Thank you, GT. Thank you for the donation. Alright, so we are now at this big statue, I guess. This... I don't know what this is really, because the game doesn't really explain it. I don't know why. Yeah, sure. So, like, I don't know. It's here, and that's it. Oh, okay, so there is a trick here. If you just step onto that, I think it's a tank, like a gas tank. If you step on it, you can skip going down the staircase because you don't get that much fall damage. So basically, this is a pretty long level, and I tried finding an out of bounds skip for it. Because you can go out of bounds on this level, if you crouch and jump into a platform that's above you and you get like really small, you can just fall off, like fall through the ground. But unfortunately, when you do that, when you're out of bounds, you just can't move your character, so you will just be not moving. And basically, the map wraps around, so like if you fall for a minute out of bounds, you actually go back to the level. So it could be useful, but unfortunately we just can't move when we're out of bounds. But yeah, like usually you would need to destroy these enemies, like these big robots actually take up a lot of ammo, and there is a good weapon for them, but you don't get that yet. Okay, so this is the laser pistol. This is the most basic weapon in the future. And you kill those regular enemies that shoot the same laser with 2 shots. And for some reason we have a dog in the future. I don't know. It's okay. Load zone just almost disappeared. I don't know. It was weird. So in the future you have a lot of maze levels. This is actually a pretty big maze, but if you know where you're going, you can skip most of it. Wait, I'm going the wrong direction. Okay, now it's good. So there's this weapon. This is called mind control, and if you shoot a weapon with this, if you shoot an enemy with this, they will just not care about you. But we are not really gonna use it up. Maybe for the final fight, if we are on low HP. But yeah, it's as I said, you don't really use weapons in the future because yeah, you just can skip them. Right. We are actually coming up pretty close. We have like 3 levels to go, including this. And this is again just a quick run through to get some keys. Just one, actually. This is the end door, but we need to grab the key before. Yeah. I guess if we have some other messages, we could have those right now.
Anonymous donated $100.
100! Let's go! Alright, the game might crash. Okay, I don't know why, but basically we managed to evade all the crashes during the game. I guess we got really good luck because this usually doesn't happen. So we're gonna jump through this window, grab the final key, which is conveniently placed right at the end. But I'm gonna show you something. So that's the loading zone right there. But for some reason the button just stays down here, and you can just go back up again. It's weird. So we are actually on the final level already. And we need to wait for that robot to start moving because he's blocking the way. But we are coming up to a big boss fight with new enemies that you haven't seen. And it's gonna be awesome. Or not. You will see. So this is the weapon that I was talking about. Yeah, this one. And now we grab this plasma launcher, and the Gehenna. The Gehenna is the one that we are gonna use for the boss fight because it can pump out a lot of bullets in quick succession. And there's a jetpack that we are using up for this one second. Like, basically you can skip that elevator ride with the jetpack. So basically these are the final enemies of the game. These spider robots with googly eyes. And I died. Oh, okay. I guess let's do the final level again. Because why not? I had a bit of low HP. I guess I can show off the mind control now. Because if you shoot it with the mind control, it's not gonna do anything for like 20 seconds or something like that. I don't know actually. But it's enough time so that you can kill it. Alright. Jetpack again. And so yeah, like I don't know why the jetpack is really in the game, because this is when you get it. You can't get it earlier. Like, so yeah, if I shoot it, then it does nothing really. So you can just look at its googly eyes. So basically, on the previous level, I picked up a key that I didn't use up. I don't know if you guys saw that. But basically there's a third spider that we don't actually need to kill because we have its key already. So yeah. And get ready for time because it's like a couple corners away. And time. So we have this cutscene of Mortyr activating a bomb with a 10-second timer on something. It's probably the time machine so that they can't go back into the past, so to stop you from doing what you did. But it's confusing, I don't know. And that was the whole cutscene. After this the game just breaks because if you will see, the game just starts becoming slower and slower, but I'm gonna show you one thing before we go. If you save the game during the demo, which is actually just playing in the background, and load the demo, you can continue from here. And this is actually like 12 minutes into the run or something like that. But, oh yeah, so the game is just slowing down. It's getting worse, yeah. It's just, it breaks when you complete the game. I don't know. Also sound is gone. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for having me at ESA. I really enjoyed it. It was my first time and hopefully not the last. And yeah, thank you for having me.